Motivational shit, we live on. Subscribe to our shit. We here with Huey and motivational shit. Watch me freestyle. Oh my shit. Rap. Top of dome. We here. ATL ho.
Really, I don't rap. I don't do it for free. So I'm about to stop unless you're about to pay me. Yeah, you already know. That's the boy Wayne, but he's not from Cash Money. Passing the mic, and you know it get funny. If I really get started, flow be retarded. This is off the dome, not even the rapper. But I'm gonna keep on going and pushing this. Hey, I'm pushing the film like a trapper. Gotta keep it going, gotta keep it flowing. Everything I'm knowing, knowledge of self, and I'ma keep on going till I'm the realest one left.
Hey, 17, 17,
It's on me, yeah. Call me Holly, call me 17, yeah. I know what you mean when you say those things to me. We go on and on, on and on. Yeah, you put it in the song. Oh, can you give a strong? Lift your higher self up. I'ma pass it to my left.
Hey,
I'ma pass it to my left.
It's back on Wayne, but today I'm in my Kanye drip. Call me Jesus. This is how I do. We praying into Jesus, blessing this podcast. Watch we own this, riding. This is how we doing it, taking it deeper like the waters of Poseidon. Check it out. This is motivational shit. So subscribe to the vibe. Yale Radiocast, dialing on the clip. Dialing in and he's doing this shit. We got man back in the back with the video camera. This is how we do. This ain't candid camera. Gotta keep it yo.
Hey, okay.
Welcome to motivational shit. Hey, let's get it, man. Hey, you know, man, we had to bring it in this time with the freestyle. I'm not a rapper, but you know, I'm Ye today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you know, I'm a combination of Ye and Dwayne from a different world today. So, you know what I'm saying, man? That's my 2024 swag now.
Okay.
You know.
You ain't playing. What's the motivation behind the was that J Dilla beat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Shout outs. Rest in peace to Jay Dilla. Favorite producers, man. Good music to sleep to, good music to vibe to, good music to ride in ATL at night and just look at the city lights. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hey. So today, man, we got, you already know, a special guest. She is a soul singer. She is a freestyler, heavy with the bars, and she's here to talk her shit. We got 17. Let's get it.
Hey. Thank you guys for having me.
Definitely, man. Yo, so like, you know, me and 17, we met each other. That was at the Holly
Mecca,
yeah. That was at the Holly Mecca.
April 21st.
Yep, April 21st, man. She throwing this bomb ass event, and you know, it had Hakeem
Ali.
Yeah.
King Casanova. Shout out to him.
Hey, like the vibe was dope, man. We had it in Edgewood. It was live, you know, the ambiance.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yo, it was a vibe. Like, I still remember that night. You know what I'm saying?
That was a great night.
Yeah, like it was good weather too.
Oh, yeah. Just how that show even came together was just very special. Like, even being able to have it outside, because, you know, it'd be pollen.
Exactly.
There wasn't too much pollen that night.
It
know, had the vendors inside. Because Pals it's big, but it's, you know, as far as in space-wise, it can be kind of narrow.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
Pals Lounge.
Yep. So just having the performers outside, the weather was nice, vendors inside. It was just really cool.
Right.
Yeah, it was a
Mhm.
really cool vibe. Really cool vibe. And you being originally from Holly Grove and then
Mhm.
coming to Atlanta,
Yeah.
like what's your whole thoughts on Atlanta, you being a official ATLian because you know been with us for a good minute.
You know what? I claim both. Like people get offended by it. They're like, I'm not from there, but I claim both because both cities shaped who I am. Growing up in New Orleans before Katrina, because that's why I'm down here. Hurricane Katrina
Got you.
and the school systems in New Orleans, they're not that good compared to Georgia. So my family just decided to stay down here. But having jazz and just being able to go outside and somebody's playing the trumpet, or we have the second line on Sundays, and then coming to Atlanta, the culture is so different but similar
I
in a
feel that.
way. As far as in feeling like a home in the hospitality. So it definitely both shaped me to be becoming the artist that I am today.
17.
Hmm.
One thing I love about your name, first time I heard 17, I started thinking DBZ, Android 17.
Yeah.
That was the first thing, I remember when I used to call you Android 17.
Mhm.
Yo, shout outs to my DBZ fans.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Shout outs to my
Oh,
DBZ fans.
what y'all talking about?
Oh my God.
Dragon Ball
Huey,
Z.
Ball Z.
Huey fan.
Oh,
Come
I'm
on,
thinking
bro.
like
Yeah, man. Partner, please, anime fans, partner Huey.
oh,
Huey
I
be
remember.
capping.
Yeah, I don't watch every episode.
Mm. But just speaking since you've been in Atlanta,
Mhm.
you know, Atlanta is known for a lot of things. And I want us just to touch on, just being in Atlanta, being in the
Oh
ATL,
yeah.
Mhm.
So I want us to go ahead and we're gonna go and jump to our first clip about, some of the just
Yeah.
some of the crazy stuff.
Man.
Ooh.
But we do want to know how she got the name 17.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I am from Holly Grove, which is a 17th ward.
Wheezy.
Wards are like zones. So you know how you have
Oh
zone
yeah.
6, zone 3, zone 4, whatever. It would be like zone 17. So 17
Mm,
ward,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
zone 17, or 6 would be like zone 6.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to keep a part of New Orleans a part of my artistry. So, why not go with 17? And 17 is just a cool number.
For sure.
I would say so. You can you could flip 17. Like I have this thing when I be like 1798, So,
yeah.
17 is real cool. I like it. It's one of my favorite numbers too.
Radiocast. We got 17
Yeah, yeah.
and we about to just react to some of these clips. Some of the things that go on in the city of Atlanta, ATL, shawty.
Really miss my nigga.
Yeah.
I really miss my nigga. White people you can sing it to, just change that into a W. Miss my wigger. Just say I really miss my wigger. I really miss my nigga. I really miss my nigga. White people you can sing it to, just change that into a W. Miss my
Where the hell did you pull that
wigger.
up from?
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I was about to
yeah,
ask
bro.
that.
You know, with us, talking about just music and all, and getting into the game. And hey, if you can't get into the game by having good music, you can still get into the game by making some sorry, making some sorry funny music, bro. And that was hilarious. That was hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
So since so like
Oh, no.
since you have moved to Atlanta,
Mhm.
17, you know, I'm sure you have a few people from Holly Grove that you'll dedicate that song to.
Oh, my.
Sheesh. Not to like turn it dark, but yeah, I lost a lot of family members. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like for some people, they think Katrina is a joke. For me, that's my life. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I really do miss my niggas and my wiggers and all of that. Just
Got you.
because not only did people pass away, but families got separated. Like legacies got destroyed. They went with that flood, with that water. So I don't really have much from, you know, New Orleans. My baby pictures are gone. My friends were gone. So yeah, it was, you know, I love that, you know, the east side adopted me and stuff like that, you know, making friends and family, but out there, you know, that's I probably wouldn't have left New Orleans if Katrina didn't happen.
How old were you when you left?
8.
8 years old.
Mm-hmm. 8.
I remember hearing about it on the news back when I was in high school, you know, and it was a big moment. I can't think of exactly what year that it happened in my head right now.
2005.
Okay, yeah. I remember hearing about it 2005, you know.
Kanye West was like, George Bush don't like black
He
people.
don't like black people.
Yeah, man, yeah, like during that time.
I miss that Kanye.
Well, that Kanye is here in spirit because I'm gonna say Biden doesn't like black people.
You don't.
I don't think any of them like black people.
Exactly. You know, exactly.
Honest. I don't think they like white people either.
Yeah.
I don't think they like anybody that isn't in a certain bracket. Like if you're not in a certain tax bracket, they don't care about anybody. That's why racism is so stupid, because we try to blame it on color and stuff, but we're all suffering, including the poor whites.
Exactly.
So we should really let that go. You know, in my opinion.
No, I'm with you. I'm letting go of the whole race consciousness. You know, I'm more focused on just working on people that have a positive intention that wants to build something. You know, whether what skin it is and this and that.
Yeah, because how else are we supposed to move forward if we pull the race card when we want something to work in our favor? Like, I'm not gonna lie, there are black people that do stupid stuff just like there are white people that do stupid stuff.
Yes.
Like making me choose because of skin color when this person is just doing dumb things that I don't agree with. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I understand, you know, these are my people, but let's say I decided to never hang out with anybody but black people. Who's gonna cross you? Black people. The only person that's gonna cross me is black people. So then who do I put the blame on? So we have to stop picking and choosing when to support or when we want to talk about morality and stuff. When, you know, it's just, are you a good person or are you not a good person?
Yeah, I feel that.
Man, she dropping bars.
What makes you a hater?
What makes me a hater?
No, not what makes you a hater. What makes anyone a hater?
Oh, that's a great question.
She was about to
I was about to tell you, like, sometimes I be hating a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be like, dang, I gotta check my ego because, like,
I feel that.
I feel like what makes people a hater is just when they're not confident within themselves, you know, because if you are confident and you know that you're, you know, powerful in whatever you're doing, there's no reason to hate on the next person. You're gonna uplift them, or you just not gonna mess with them at all. And like we were talking about earlier, like when you have an opinion, you can dislike something, but when it sounds like you're just jumping on the bandwagon, or you probably have heard this from somebody else, you're a hater. Like, do your own research. Why do you have to have the opinion of other people to support or not support somebody else? That's weird. And to me, that's a hater.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
What's a hater, man?
To
you
me,
don't have a reason.
You know, somebody that's always trolling, you know, somebody that's always trolling you, someone that's always watching your stories, you know, and you're not even doing anything, you know, to them.
I feel that.
Like, man, that's a hater to me.
Yeah.
So on your rise to and you being an established musician, have you dealt with a lot of haters?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's coming. It comes
Okay.
with the game.
It do come with the game. It do come with the game.
Yeah. I guess the closest thing I got to hating was just somebody telling me I wasn't gonna be shit. But that only motivates me to like.
That only motivates you.
Because it's like, don't
Come
make me
on.
shit on you. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Because moving out here, that's where we moved. We moved to Stone Mountain. Well, first it was Decatur. And then we moved to Stone Mountain. So I didn't really go on the west side. I didn't really go on the south side like that. So, but when I did move to the east side, it was easy to make friends and family.
You know, like, man, that's the thing to me. Like, okay, like when I was like in my 20s, yeah. When I was in my 20s, like I fell in love with the east side. It's the first time I got exposed to the east side, you know. Back then Trinidad James was popping, you know, with the all gold everything, you know, and it was a graffiti artist named Paper Frank, you know, it was my
I've
first,
heard of Paper Frank.
yeah, you know, my first time going to Little 5 Points to vibe, like, yo, I'm in love with the east side. I'm in love with the east side. Like, I love anything that got to do with the east side, you know.
So dope.
Yeah, it is. It's a
style.
dope vibe. The style, exactly. The creativity, the music, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm on the south side. I'm not hating on the south side, but I'm not a south side nigga, man.
The south side got a different vibe. I appreciate the history.
All right, then here we been. What the south side got to say?
I mean, I don't know. That's what Andre said.
Yeah. East Point,
East Point in the building.
the low.
Yeah. A couple years ago. Hailing them the low.
Yeah.
Y'all know the rest. No.
Which was something good. You know, I'm just fascinated with anything on the east side. You know, I love women from the east side. I love the hipsters. I love the black intellects, man. I love the artists. You know, hey, 2025, I'm gonna make that shift, and you know, light working Wayne gonna be known as an east side ninja.
Okay, for sure.
You know, favorite 2 places to eat on the east side.
My favorite 2 places to eat. Dang, that's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I really don't. You know, Papa Do's, but like I wouldn't say would that be East Side, like Norcross?
Yeah. No, Norcross, nah.
Yeah, because I like the one at Jimmy Carter. That was pretty good.
Off the exit.
I like Folk Art. It's by Little 5.
Okay, yeah, I know, man. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. They have really good po' boys. So that's another favorite of mine. But crazy enough, my favorite restaurant, and it's black owned, is Plated, and it's on the south side.
See?
So they do have some good food out there.
Southside got something to say.
Yeah, I got some good food.
So, you know, just going and focusing back on your career as an artist, I want to play one of your clips. You know, shout outs to Ghosts of Atlanta, Raw TV. You know what I'm saying? I want to play that and we talk about it. And I remember both me and you had a conversation, and it's a shift you made from that.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Stick it in, back out, let me kiss it. Leave a stain on it with the lipstick. Both hands on it like blessing. Stuffing this pussy like dressing. Nut build up, no bench press. Hopping on the dick like Nesquik. Candyland. Sweet honey bee like Candyman. I don't really think y'all understand. He got me in a loop like Fruit Man. Cameo camouflage. Majin Buu pussy is snack time. Lips so sweet like apple pie. Mix of vanilla bean Haagen-Dazs. He a hoe gigolo. Blowing on his pipe like a piccolo. Slacking on my ass like a power pole. Keep it down, shit, keep it sweet and low.
That's some next level. That's some next level city girl Megan Thee Stallion bars. You know what I'm saying? Next level, like rap shit bars. You know what I mean, man? Shout out to Issa Rae.
Shout out to her, man. I wish she didn't get canceled. I really like that show,
bro. I ain't know it got canceled.
Yeah, like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Bro, man, that show was lit.
I had screenshotted them at the sentences.
Bro, it got canceled. Bro.
I definitely was trolling in HBO Max's comments, like, so why y'all cancel rap shit?
Exactly, yo, like, man, rap shit was lit, man. I like that.
The second season. I
Yeah.
ain't finished that one yet.
Okay.
It's on
okay.
HBO
Yeah,
Max.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't have that HBO Max. So.
okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
got
point
you.
in getting it now since I'm gonna cancel shit.
But like, just okay. Just to break down. When I first heard that clip, I'm like 17. That shit is sexy as hell. It's dope. It's raw. I
Thank
love
you.
the anime. I love the anime reference.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
I like
then
that one too.
Yeah, like yo, smoking on the pipe like a piccolo, the power pole, yo, shout outs to Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
and like yo,
DBZ.
yeah,
DBZ.
yeah, like yo, like this shit was hard. Well, DBZ and Dragon Ball, because she said power pole. Goku used the power pole back in Dragon Ball. Hey,
Mhm.
bro, I'm a G at this. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah. He used to whip
So,
that thing.
yeah. So but when me and you talked, and I saw a post you said you're not giving no more energy to any violent, any low vibrations, and you made a shift for that. And like, I totally respect that.
Thank
And
you.
it's in alignment to what we talk about rap shit, because you know what I'm saying, I feel like maybe you might kind of go through that battle
Mm-hmm.
that Shauna might have maybe went to in rap
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, just want to know more your thoughts about that. Like during the time when you wrote that, what was you thinking? What was your tension, and what happened in your life to cause you to make the shift towards, you staying on making positive music?
Right. So first, shout out to Ghost of Atlanta.
Shout
Just
outs.
for even putting on, raw reps. Just an amazing person. I wrote that rap like a couple of years ago when I first started as an artist. I was a great writer. I started off as a poet actually before I became a singer, and really started taking that seriously. So I just wanted to write something, and I just want to have bars, and it comes from this song that my best friend and I made called Sugar. So if you listen to the bars, they talk about things that are sweet. So like, let's see, Majin Buu pussy is snack
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah.
Majin Buu is known for like the candy and
Exactly.
stuff, and Cameo camouflage tastes like candy. Like, so Fruit Loop, all that. And lost my train of thought. With that, I just don't want to talk like that anymore. One, because I know that yes, people think it's sexy, but they treat me differently when they hear me talk like that. Like, especially men.
Gotcha.
They try to make passes, and I'm like, don't ever fucking play with me like that. Like,
Hey,
we cool.
Hey, I got you.
And I know that, it sounds good, but don't ever, I feel like it's disrespectful. Like, just because somebody talks about sex doesn't mean that you should like approach them in that way. Like, I'm still a woman. I'm still a lady. So you should treat me as such. But I just didn't want to talk like that anymore. I'm a teacher. So somebody has to do it for the youth. And I want to do that. Like, everything is going to be like super duper positive, but I definitely want the kids to have someone to look up to, because we don't. Like, growing up, we had Lizzie McGuire, we had Raven Baxter, we had A Different World, we had so many positive role models. Who do we have now? And who is taking that initiative? Like, everybody keeps saying like, oh, well, I never signed up to be anybody's role model, but we need people to be role models. And I just don't resonate with that. Like, the bars are cool, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, just that was just from that song. Like, moving forward, I want to cuss less in my songs. Because Stevie Wonder is one of my favorite artists, like musicians of all time. And he doesn't really cuss like that. So
that's some motivational shit right there, bro. Like, yo, like that's what we talk about.
Because nowadays people have the laziest bars.
Yeah.
No shade to anybody, but and a lot of the bars just include cussing. Shit, bitch, I hit, lick. Like, okay, what else do you have? So
challenge yourself,
and it challenges myself as well, because I used to be guilty of that as well. Like, just being a lazy writer And read more, watch more movies, go experience life. If you want more to talk about, you should do things outside of social media because it dumbs you down for real. And I'm a witness of that because it definitely had dumbed me down at one point in time.
That's the realest shit. Like, yo, that's why I always had respect for you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I saw that, it didn't change my perspective of you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn,
bars.
I didn't know she could write
Yeah.
like, but even with the bars though, you know what I'm
Wordplay,
saying? Even with the bars and the wordplay, I respect that you this like you taking that stand because a lot of artists feel like, hey, I didn't sign up to be no mentor, but just like what RZA said, if you on the camera, whether you say you sign up for it or not, that's what kids gonna look at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even with my content, I'm conscious of what I'm doing and what I say. That's why I barely even cuss. I barely even cuss in some of my stuff.
Dude, the name of your show is Motivational Shit. You came up with this name.
It was inspired by rap shit,
Your
bro.
first show, you said pussy's motivational.
Hey,
But
I
it
was
is,
trying to flip
though.
something. You know what I mean? But see, but yes, and I take full responsibility with that. But I always have a positive message, regardless.
Yeah.
I like to reach people where people is at, and I remember a line Lauryn Hill said, "Even without my knowledge and my theories, I added MF from your ignorance can hear me."
Yeah.
And I live by that line. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, just to reach, but just shout outs and respect to you because I respect that. And I don't, feel free to be open and talk about that. Even, I understand it's all men here, but I want you to be comfortable and feel free to talk about that,
Yeah.
So,
my bad.
Oh no, brother, go ahead, bro.
When you were 4 years old, what did Wendell do for you?
So he's a family friend of mine. So during Mardi Gras, I really wanted to be on the floats and stuff. And my great uncle, Lawless Eli, he was a civil rights attorney. So he's pretty known in New Orleans. And so, just they were really good friends. And my parent, which is French for Godfather, is really good friends with Wendell as well. They went to school together. So he would just come to the house during the parties that we would throw. And he came one day during Mardi Gras. And I remember I was like, I really want to get on the float. His makeup artist came and did my makeup. And then when I found out I wasn't going to be on the float, I cried and messed up my makeup. And he was like, you know what? You should be an actress. You should get into acting. Like, you just cry spot on. Like, that was just, and kind of trying to make it into a positive thing. And then he helped me get like my first acting gig at the age of 4. So in a play, I forgot what the name was called, but I would have to ask my parent. He probably know. So that was dope. Just because when you have like political leaders in your family or just people that are doing something or making a positive difference, people gravitate towards that. And my family was big on just having self-respect and just making a difference and making a change, and that impacted me a lot. So definitely. Shout out to him.
Shout outs. Getting back on the whole music tip, I want us to play on the next clip. I saw you a fan of rapper D1.
Who's that?
He's from New Orleans too.
Oh, D1. Yes, he's very positive too.
Yeah, and he's making a whole shift.
I'm sorry, and I want to apologize to the entire music industry and to any forces or any people that are opposed to any type of progress or positive change. I attended the Rappers Only conversation in New Orleans, Louisiana yesterday, and I'm sorry because the movement has already been sparked and we not turning back, and we united and just getting started, and we love you and we want you to be a part of the shift that's occurring right now, but we coming. And I'm sorry if that threatens any forces of evil or negativity, or if that makes any people feel a certain way. But we have no desire to give an industry that doesn't care about us an unopposed opportunity to just allow evil to thrive. It's about more empowered artists who feel great about their message, their mental state, and their money. It's about more empowered fans who feel great about what they choose to consume and how that is feeding not only their mind, but their body and their spirit. I'm sorry if the industry or anybody in it don't like that.
I
I
agree
love
with
you.
that too.
I agree with that.
Hey,
Shout out to him.
hey. And that's some motivational
Yeah.
That's some motivate. Hey, I'm gonna put on the censorship. That's some motivation. Cause see, like I'm seeing all the spiritual rappers and Christian rappers. They coming out hard. They got bars, good meshes. The music is high vibrational, free soul. The brother we know, he a Christian rapper.
Free soul, real nice.
Yeah, I forgot the brother name. No, you know him, 17. I forgot the brother name, but you know, a shift is happening,
It's definitely happening.
and we seeing, we seeing the OGs in the game having a problem with it. Fat Joe, Joe Budden, we seeing certain individuals having a problem with it, but the shift is already happening.
Yeah.
And you're a part of that shift.
Oh yeah, we all are. The shift is happening because I'm big on astrology as well. So just things that are happening in the sky and the stars with the planets. We can't keep living how we used to. Like that violent stuff is getting out of hand. Like it's been out of hand, but somebody needs to speak up about it. Like why would you want to continue that? Like, because not only are other people's families are affected by it, but you're affected, your family's affected. Like, why is it that we say, oh, no snitch, don't snitch until it happens to your family member?
Exactly.
Then you want somebody to come and help you. No, we should all be coming together to just change the message and just change what we're doing in general. I don't know too much about the industry. I've heard things, but I really don't have a comment on that. But I do know that just the people just need to move differently. Like within themselves. Like forget the industry, just within yourself, because whatever you change within is gonna affect the outside too. You're gonna attract better. And you're also gonna attract some people that won't agree with you. But you need to have strong will, like a strong mind, and not be affected by that. Because of course, people that are negative are going to be like, well, why we got to do this? And, things were fine just the way they were, but they weren't. They were never fine. It just worked for you. But because everybody is feeling that shift, people are changing. And, I've heard a lot of people have stopped smoking. A lot of people are going back in nature and just getting out there. I don't know if y'all heard, but supposedly the internet is supposed to shut off and shut down. So now we're going to have to go back to using maps. We're going to have to go back to being a community and having unity and bartering because we can't afford anything. Like the price of like everything is rising and we can't afford it. So now we have to put our pride to the side and start asking people for help and saying, hey, like, I can't really afford this, but I have this. But what I will say about bartering, do not offer me a chicken if you asking for a cow. Okay, it's gonna have to be with unless you're gonna give me about 10 chickens or 20 chickens to equate to that cow. Like, but we are gonna have to go back to bartering very soon. And I say you better start making, repairing things with people, because having pride and ego is gonna set you back for sure.
Would you trade a duck for a chicken?
Aren't they both birds?
Not bad. I mean, some people value a duck more than a chicken, or a chicken more than a duck.
And that to each its own. If that's what you want to do, because I can't tell you the worth of your cow. Like, I just know the worth of my cow. And if it don't equate, I'm gonna just say yes or no. Like, it's up to you. Don't go based off of what I say.
I do feel that because I heard the sun is giving out stronger solar flares, and there's been more solar flares.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think back in January, well, this month or in December, it was a strong enough solar flare that passed that could have shut off the internet.
Yeah.
So definitely I got the same message. I got the same message as you.
Yeah. Everything physical and spiritual is changing. So either you're going to get on the wave or you're going to get left behind. And if you get left behind, you just drowning. That wave is going to hit you. It's going to hit everybody regardless, but are you doing the work? Like, are you learning how to become a better swimmer, a better surfer so you can surf that wave? So, just a little drop.
Go ahead and get back on, just on the music stuff and everything.
Mhm.
What's some projects you got up and coming? What's some events?
Oh, so I have 13 Night Lights coming February 13th. It's my birthday show. I was sick on my birthday, so we didn't really get a chance to celebrate, but it's all good. I had to recover. You always sat me down to get my life together because my priorities weren't straight. But we're going to celebrate February 13th. I'll be debuting my newest single called Searching. It has no cussing in it. And it gives like a early 2000s vibe.
Early 2000s
Yeah,
vibe.
it's music, soul child, D'Angelo type beat, Lauryn Hill. I'm trying to go back that way.
Time travel backwards. I feel that.
Didn't that type of music make you feel good?
It did
though?
make
Made
me
you want
feel
to step
good.
out. Like,
yeah, you want to step out. And even the shows like from the 90s, Hey Arnold, Doug,
it was a good time.
Yeah, like that was some good vibe. Even the whole look of like a 90s commercial. You know what I'm saying? It'd be hilarious because they'd be talking, they'd be like, yeah, so today's a good sunny day. So have you noticed the butterflies are out? Hey, have you noticed? And the camera be, changing and all that.
Mhm.
But yeah,
So let me
I'm
ask y'all
with you.
something. Speaking of like the 90s, early 2000s just feeling good, would y'all say that maybe 9/11 changed that? Like, did life seem to change after 9/11? Because I was like really young when that happened, so I don't have too much information. I don't remember how I felt, but it just seemed like watching videos and just throwback videos before 9/11, it just seemed like a much happier and brighter time in life.
Yo, I agree. I remember when I was young when it happened. And like I still remember it. And I remember like even 2000 and 2002 still kind of had a 90s vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember right after 9/11, the up and coming years, things change.
Mm-hmm. How did it change for you? Like, what did you observe?
Well, I was young too, so I didn't fully understand what was happening, but I remember seeing the teacher. I remember her seeing kind of broken down, and she was telling the class, and I remember my parents talking to me about it. All my family members was fortunately safe, but I didn't really understand it. But looking back, the vibe though, the vibe was different.
Changed.
The vibe was different, The vibe was definitely different.
For sure. What about y'all? How did y'all feel about that?
About the
like life after 9/11 and like versus life before 9/11.
I can't really remember like exactly what changed then, like, but I just know like I felt like the world shifted.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. A lot of everybody on edge a little bit, blaming people trying to figure out who did it, what did it. There's a lot of split, divide, and government did this, this, but I can't really fully remember like around that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. What about you?
All right. So, as the elder statesman in the room, I remember it vividly. I was actually in my 20s when it happened. I was like 24, 25. So, as somebody from the military as well, just getting out the military, I definitely saw the change in society, but I already knew it was a purpose. It wasn't necessarily 9/11 that changed. It was what 9/11 created that changed everything. Because pretty much 9/11 to us is what COVID is to your generation.
Okay,
See
that's
what I'm saying?
super. Okay,
Bang.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bang.
It changed a societal view of things. It changed the mindset. People got scared, and the government ushered out a whole bunch of rules and structures based off of the idea of scaring people into a certain way of reacting, a certain way of living. So
You saying something?
yeah, I know, man. Fuck the
Saying
upper room.
something.
Fuck the upper room. I already been banned on. I already been blacklisted. True story. Anyways, yeah. But basically, there was a shift in. They created a lot of things throughout these phones, by the way. You know, with certain rules that was put in place of espionage and watching what we do, and you know, and we signed on to a lot of this stuff. So you know, if you see a lot of things that happened since then, it made it easier to control us.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened. We've become easier to control, and every now and then they'll create something will happen.
Yep. During election.
Well, not even during election or after election that says, hey, let's see how they react to this.
Yeah.
Well, since this has happened, this is what we're going to do for the safety of America.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. Quote unquote. You know.
Exactly.
So there was an agenda.
It was an agenda.
Yeah.
It was definitely an agenda.
Because
so yeah.
As a teacher, they were telling me like you need to be vaccinated. If you, I'm like, or you can't go anywhere. You saw that division that they tried to create versus vaccinated versus non-vaccinated people, and it was just like people were really turning on each other. Like, nah, you can't come over here if you're not vaccinated.
Exactly.
Just for life to go back to being the same. Like,
it's not the same.
Not the same, but as far as in like people are able to still work together. There's no mask. You know, there's no restrictions on time or whatever when you have to stay out. Like it's very different, but y'all put these rules in place just for it to not even exist anymore. So yeah.
And then it's even some outlets coming out about the backlash, about the negative effects of that.
Yeah.
About the negative effects of giving that. You know, I just saw one. I just saw one. I'm not gonna get into the details, but yeah, I just saw one about, you know, kids getting those shots, and a family, they dealt with a negative reaction from the kid getting the shot. So you know,
that wasn't the first thing though. Death was like the second and third thing. The first thing was control. Have you seen after 2020 how the change in people, how people react once they came back outside? There was right now. Nobody knows how to even look each other in the eye and talk to them. Because for a year and a half, 2 years, we was isolated. And once people got back out, nobody even knew how to interact with the next person. Everything became through these phones and through these devices, which is what they said are rules in place of how to control us. They're watching everything we do. And they watch our reaction, and everything we do is being recorded. And it started way back before 9/11. 9/11 was just the cycle going into this, you know, century of rollout of control.
I can definitely see that.
So, shout out to the upper room. I have a good relationship with them.
Yeah. I would say it caused me to have a lot of social anxiety and post-COVID anxiety, where now I just kind of don't like to be outside. I don't really like to interact with people because I did get so used to isolating myself. Then people have changed so much since then, like the way they talk, because a lot of people were trying to do the shroom journeys, and shrooms can have a negative effect on you. Like, people don't do their research on things and they're just trying it because, hey, it's the trend. But if you already deal with mental health issues, you should not be doing shrooms. You should not be doing acid because it skews your perception of reality. So you thinking that you are enlightened, whole time you just paranoid. And the weed ain't making it no different. That's why I had to stop smoking, because I'm like, I'm paying all of this money just to still be paranoid. Like, I'm only high for like 20 minutes and then I feel anxious after. Why am I wasting money on that? It don't feel good. And then with the government making it legal, I'm like,
Yeah.
all of these people that
some
y'all put
question.
in jail for this, that are serving like hard time, and just for you to make it legal, why are you making it legal? I'm not mad at it, but it's just like I do feel like there's an agenda behind that as well.
Oh yeah. But they get money off it, for they get money off it and put certain things in it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I dealt with anxiety from a lot of the strands, and I didn't deal with no anxiety before, but I dealt with it after I smoked,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if I'm driving, I'll have this fear of getting in a wreck,
Mm.
and it will pop up, and I'll really have to be sober and do my meditation and um not focus on that thought.
Right.
So I'm with you with that.
Mm-hmm.
uh Huey, how did the ganja make you feel, bro?
When a few minutes ago?
Oh,
you talking about like past?
Past,
Okay,
a few minutes ago, bro.
Okay. If I'm really, really, really stressed out, I don't smoke like that for real. But if I'm really, really stressed out, going through something, and I smoke, I just start like hallucinating and just I don't know. When I'm really, really stressed, it don't work for me. I thought I was doing it because I was like, okay, this gonna take the stress off, but
it causes
really,
more.
Really, more. Heart start beating. I'm like,
so I feel that.
Yeah,
I guess different people bodies react different ways.
Yeah, it's that mental. Also, where you are mentally, man. Do you? I'm sorry. Do you want like if you just chilling? My bad. But how do you feel? Do you smoke? How does it make you feel? Good. That's it. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to you. I'm glad that you can be able to, do your thing, and it don't like affect you at all.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, like, gotta lay that down.
Hey, I feel that. So, to me, it sounds like 17. You made a lot of growth and changes and just a shift.
Oh yeah,
a shift to what better serves you.
Yeah, I saw my life spiraling. I wasn't a good friend. I wasn't a good family member, and I felt like just that paranoid state. It made me self-centered. But once I became sober, like my mind became a lot clearer, and I didn't have fog brain. It used to take me like a while to like form a sentence. I'll always pause, and I'm still like dealing with that effects, but that just shows you the long-term effects of smoking and how it can affect your brain, because I still struggle with my speech. And like even now, like you see that I'll break, but not as frequent. So I'm learning. I don't want to do it with medicine. People that use medicine, cool. If it works for you, it works for you. But I'm trying to just control my mind, like train my brain to not have to like use medicine, and just having more willpower. So like reading more, studying more, going out and actually living life for real instead of through social media, because none of that is real. Social media is not real. What you see is not real.
Illusion.
No, like I do things that's not real. People be like, "Oh my God, you be everywhere," and I'm like, when Drake said you save stuff and then you post it later, like to make it seem like you just have things going on. I have done that before. Social media is not real, but it also helps me not take things personal, because I know that people live by that. Like their life is just for social media. They don't really have lives outside of that. So
bars.
You dropping a lot of bars, a lot of truth that, and it's in alignment with you being a teacher, because you're teaching right now. You're teaching the up and coming artists that's listening to this, that will be listening to this.
Yeah.
And they're just seeing it.
I mean to cut you off. What exactly is your field in education that you're teaching?
So I'm a teacher's assistant. I work with special needs children.
Okay.
I love them. I love them kids. They've helped me grow so much, just having patience, because some things they can't control. And it's like, thank God, no disrespect or anything, but like just we have to thank God for not having certain conditions or
Oh yeah,
certain
yeah.
disabilities because we take that for granted. Like we literally could be, special. Well, special needs isn't just like in a wheelchair. You can't
Of course.
talk. Like it could be ADHD, it can be autism, all that. Um, but we just need to be more grateful that we don't have that, and to help and to have more compassion for the ones that can't control their behaviors. So it definitely taught me because before I was like, them badass kids, like get the kids together. But it changed so much once I became an educator.
I understand that. I understand
Mhm.
that. I was diagnosed with ADHD.
Same.
Yeah. I was diagnosed with ADHD and a so-called intellectual disability.
Mm.
But I'm smart,
Yeah.
and I mentor a kid right now. He's 15. He has autism, and this kid has a LLC at 15 years old.
Wow.
This kid understands my deep conversations to him about how emotions is energy in motion. Like I be talking to him about spirituality.
They're
This
so
kid
smart
understands it.
though.
Yeah,
Autistic children are some of
exactly,
the smartest kids I've
exactly,
ever worked with.
exactly. They are.
And I feel like they have a sixth sense. Like
Yeah,
we have the five senses, but they have that sixth sense, and they just know things. They are very aware
yeah.
spiritually, and we don't understand it. We'd be like, "Why are you doing that?" Or "Why are you saying that? Why are you so fixated?" And it works for them.
It works for them. It works for them. So hey, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Like 17, you're doing some amazing things. Oh, yo, darling, do you got the clip of uh East Side Shawty?
No, I don't got the East Side Shorty clip.
Okay, okay. What y'all need to
17 on the
subscribe to
track.
the vibe of 17. She
Thank
has a
you.
brilliant song called East Side Shawty. Real beautiful, positive. Every time I listen to it, it makes me happy.
Thank
I
you.
got
I
butterflies
I love
in my
that song.
stomach. Like
Yeah, I heard it.
I
Mhm.
love it.
You heard it?
Yeah, bro. I think he performed it.
Wow. I was saying you look mad familiar.
Yeah.
So okay, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I seen you first. You probably remember I seen you in there.
Hmm.
I think I chopped it up with you or something like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eastside Shawty, inspired by Stevie Wonder. That was
Mm.
another.
What?
Because he talks about love and he can't even see it.
that. Mm.
Like he has to use his imagination. A ribbon in the sky. You know. Joy. Someday at Christmas. Like he's very optimistic. He's very hopeful, and like I said, he doesn't cuss a lot in his music.
Wow.
So I was just like, I want to make a song like that and talk about love, but also make it where it doesn't sound too corny.
Yeah.
And because people, when you rap like that, or when you talk about love, sometimes people make it kind of corny or they sexualize it. And I just didn't want that. And Eastside Shawty has no cussing in it. So yeah, I
I'm
take
gonna have
pride
to
in
check
that.
that out. Let me see if I can find this. Y'all talk. Let me see if I can find what you're talking
What?
about. East Side Shorty. I
You
can
know,
find this.
I can play a little snippet right now.
I'm gonna find it.
He gonna
Okay.
find it.
Okay.
Find it.
Okay.
We gonna
Yeah.
see what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
around here. So.
What you thought
So
about
you,
Wayne rapping?
oh, go ahead.
What you thought about Wayne rap?
I like it.
I used to rap,
I've
but
never heard him rap
that's
before.
not my forte.
No, you made a song about watermelon last time.
Oh yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, I did. No.
Was the watermelon good or was the song? The watermelon was great.
Yeah. The watermelon. One thing, I use rapping to reprogram myself. So I
Okay.
started just rapping about healthy stuff
Okay.
before I could get more on the healthy thing. So, me rapping about watermelon was just to program my mind to, hey, eat more watermelon. Watermelon has so much benefits. It's
Mhm.
nature's natural Viagra. It helps with your heart rate. It helps flows the blood throughout your body. It's amazing after a workout. It helps replenish the
Really?
electrolytes when you blend some watermelon, add it to the water.
Mhm.
It makes it a higher grade of water. Yeah, it's
This
a
show
lot
is
of stuff.
this show is sponsored by watermelon, boy.
Hey, did a lot of studies on watermelon. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah, that's like the same even with okra. You know, I chop up the okra, put the
Ugh,
okra
I
in my
don't like
water.
okra.
Huh?
Super healing fat.
I don't like
Better.
that.
Super healing facts,
Hey,
man.
that's
It's so
copyright. That's
slimy.
copyright. That's copyright.
Yeah,
My bad.
I guess I have to maybe try okra again.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah.
growing up, I did not like okra.
I know.
Raw okra, the fried,
I love
pretty
okra.
cool. But
I put in the air fryer. Put
mhm,
some seasoning on it.
yeah,
I made the best okra.
do you use a microwave?
What's that? What's the microwave?
All right now.
Okay.
What's the difference between an air fryer and a microwave?
We
Oh, this is
Whoa,
this is
hold
special.
on, hold on.
Got him.
Whoa,
Got him.
no,
Got
whoa,
him. Got him.
hold on.
Got him.
Oh,
I gotta take this
whoa,
call.
hold on. What? Nah.
I'm on the way. I feel like she got some. She on to something. I'm trying to back
No,
out
do
before
your
you.
thing. You know, if you use an
I
air
did
fryer,
research. I was researching something. What's the difference? I know the radio, the microwave with the what's called. But you know something. Say something.
I mean, I really don't know much about air fryers. I just don't use them because I just use stoves and stuff. Like my designer, he told me to cook with love. Like, and when you cook with love, it's gonna take some extra time. But you know, when you put things in a microwave, sometimes it don't be like cooked through in the middle. It's just like the outside is cooked. But if you cook it on the stove or in the oven, like it goes through it. Like you have both.
I got a
know,
question.
for sure.
I'm just feeling you out, right? I ain't say
Okay.
too much as they show. Do you consider yourself a modern woman?
A modern woman?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a different view or mindset of women these days that they call the modern woman, the liberated woman, if you will, the woman of freedom sexually. And, I guess if you see a lot of conversation, the views of women today definitely
Mhm.
differ than the views of the women of the past, which has caused a little bit of a shift
Yeah.
of this was right back then versus this was wrong back then. So I guess what better way to question it is, do you agree with a modern day mindset of women as it compares to relationships and your position in the world?
In certain aspects, yes. Certain aspects, no. I feel like what works for me, and what works for other people works for other people. It depends on what you want to do in your relationship. Like me, I don't necessarily think that I don't agree with being poly and stuff. I don't want to share my person. But nowadays people are like, well, it's all of these people in the world. You think we were meant to be with one person? Yes.
I got an argument on
Me,
Facebook right now.
yes. Like for me, it works for me. If you want to be with multiple people, cool. I'm just not your cup of tea and you're not my cup of tea. So I do think that I like what women are doing these days. I like that they have more freedom, that they're speaking out more, that they're making more money. Um, for me though, as a woman, I do like to have a little bit more decorum. I don't want to talk about sex. I'm not going to talk about my pussy. Like I mean, y'all heard sugar, but like that was just me giving out bars. Like you're not going to hear
Gotcha.
me just. Nah, what I do in the bedroom is what I do in the bedroom. Like that's nobody's business, and people just need to learn how to just be quiet. Yeah. You know, you don't have to say stuff. There's always an option to not talk, but people just feel the need to just have to put their business out there, and then they wonder why people look at them differently. Like, no, people shouldn't treat you differently, but come on now. We know that when you talk about certain things, it's going to bring a certain type of reaction towards you. So if it works for them, it works for them. I wouldn't say I'll just say I'm a woman. Like, and whatever works for me, works for me.
Okay. I think I found this song.
Shawty.
Yeah.
Beautifully melanated, how I like 'em educated. I don't think that I'd be jaded for you, boy. You give me a natural high, sweeter than an apple pie. You're the apple to my eye, bring me joy. Got my stomach fluttering, even got me stuttering. Gave me hope on love again, won't ignore. The seed of love is rooted deep, I promise to be her keeper. Your resistance is my favorite feature. Ooh, Shawty, beautiful and melanated. How I like 'em educated. I don't think that I'd be jaded for you, boy. You give me a natural high, sweeter than an apple pie. You're the apple to my eye, bring me joy.
You got a music video for it?
Not yet. People
you
want
need
me
that.
to shoot it, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, the budget, you know.
What is your budget?
Sheesh.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that one.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Hey.
Because I mean, the song is so great that I don't want the video to look cheap.
Okay.
But I'm realistic here, like as far as in, you know,
Okay.
if somebody with a bigger budget wants to do their thing, I'm all for it. But when people try to give me ideas and they're like, it should be like this, I'm like, nah, I'd rather just wait. Like, because I like my sound and my look to just have a certain look to it where it just looks professional. And
Gotcha,
also
of course.
people can be shallow and not mess with your stuff just based off of how it looks as well. Like if it
Yeah.
looks cheap, people aren't gonna tap in and like they
Yeah.
won't even like click it.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Exactly. So where can everyone find you? 17.
You can find me on Instagram at _Hollygrove with 3 E's. That's it.
Shout out Holly Grove.
Yeah. And my name is spelled 7EEN. Like the 7 and the T are supposed to be 1. So when people add an extra, like when people add a T to it, I'm like, you doing too much. Like it's just 7EEN. So that's where you can find me, like on all streaming platforms. But _Hollygrove with 3 E's at the end. That's where you can find me on Instagram.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Any last words you got, Huey?
Yes. It's funny. I just want to say, man, stay doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Being you.
Hmm.
I'm not worrying about what nobody else is doing, what people are saying. Just keep being you, man. Keep being authentic.
Thank you.
And stay consistent.
For sure. I will.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming up here, man. Your whole vibe, your whole energy, good conversation.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me. Like, it's an honor. This
Wayne,
is my
what took you
first-
so long to get up in here, man?
Facts.
Yeah, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
I've been here.
I don't
shit.
know, man. I don't know, man.
It wasn't the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't the time.
It just
Don't-
wasn't
don't-
time.
don't-
It
don't
was
co-
better.
don't cover for Wayne.
Okay, my
no,
bad.
no,
My bad.
No, it was better for
Come on.
season 3. Season 3,
Hello.
we're more in
There
the
you go.
flow.
There you
We
go.
got a flow.
Yeah,
Our
we didn't
numbers
get
is
comfortable.
bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to you, Wayne.
We're doing more in the community, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
That was a good roll.
Yeah. So you know, speaking of that, oh, you go ahead, brother.
Would you trade a horse for a cow?
Ha.
That's the last thing I'm done.
Actually, yeah.
Oh.
If they want to give me, you know.
You
You
don't want to
know.
know that. I'm done for the night. I'm done. Thank you for coming on. You know.
Thank you.
Yo, speaking of vibes and events, we got an event coming up February 11th, right? Held by Frida. It's about love. You know, you feel free to subscribe to the vibe. I'm going to be the motivational speaker there. We're going to also have other entertainers there as well. It's going to be just a collective event about love, how to love your partner, how to love yourself, and how to have the love to keep motivating yourself as well. So
I like that. I need
definitely.
to go to that.
Definitely. So to end up this episode, growth, awareness, and
Change.
evolving, and change.
Change is good.
That's everything that I gotten from you,
Thank
17,
you.
to sum it up. And this is what we need to take as a collective.
Oh, yeah.
We always need to grow, change, evolve, and transform. Transform into your greatest self, transform into that better version of you, transform into the greatest version of you. Change, evolve, transform, and elevate. It's hard for us to go to the next level of progression if we want to stay stagnant, stay the same.
Hello.
It's hard for us to grow and become the best version of we if we're going to still accept the things that held us back.
Hello.
And as a community, not just melanin, but as a human race, we are here and we are on a constant path of evolution.
Hello.
But sometimes we all see a de-evolution in our society. But it's up to each and every one of you to find and to do the inner work inside yourself to evolve, to change, and to transform. Become the Super Saiyan that you are. Become the greatest version that you are. Become the Sage Mode that you are.
Okay.
We see this in all the animes. We see the main character, the main protagonist evolving into a higher state. You could do the same. That is the message for you. Change, evolve, elevate, transform. The transformation is all within us.
Hello. I receive that.
But we have to decide the things that we're going to take, the things we're going to give energy to, and the things that we're going to pull our power back and not give energy to. Give energy into the positivity, because that's food for your soul, and your soul would evolve and shine like the beautiful light that it is. Hey, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yale Radiocast.com.